Hey guys, welcome to Brickstars. Today we've got a fun video for you guys. We were lucky enough to receive this set from Funwhole to give it a try, build it, and give it a review as well. So this set is called the Carpentry van. It's got just under 500 parts and it looks like it's exactly what they said, a carpentry van. We have a minifigure, some tools, and right off the bat, really nice looking box. So this is a company that we've seen around, but we're diehard Lego fans, so most of the stuff we've purchased to date is Lego, but we're never opposed to trying and seeing what other brands have to offer. I know it's kind of a touchy subject for some, but definitely competition in any space makes a lot of the companies better and is better off for the consumer. So we do like to see these other brands putting out very interesting products, and this appears to be one of them. So we're, like we said, excited to give this one a try. It looks like the minifigures are a bit different than what Lego provides, but a lot of the other parts look to be sized the same and probably are compatible with Lego as well. So this set is aged 12 and above, and it looks pretty intricate, so I think probably an older age group will enjoy this set. And let's kick it off. Let's start the build and see how it goes.
The instruction manual looks to match Lego very closely, which is always nice. What is neat is that this is actually a lit set. There's lights on this vehicle and there are no stickers. All the pieces are printed.
Yeah, so that's something that I think is this company's distinguishing factor, is that all their sets have lights included. So we're really excited to see how that turns out. The tool pieces here that we get.
This looks very detailed. Just looking at this little photo here, you could see the setup of the van, and right away it matches very closely to the pizza van, the other vans that came, the ice cream truck. So we have a lot of those vehicles actually, and this will fit perfectly in with our town. A little bit about the company here. It kind of introduces Funwhole. It says, Funwhole is the combination of the words fun and whole, meaning the whole fun of both day and night. It's founded in 2014, and their goal, their message is to sort of have lit bricks and show off the beauty of the bricks, which is really nice. They're dedicated to the lighting of their products, which we've found really nice to have, especially coming from the get-go. You don't have to buy anything else. And in addition to that, it's to bring brightness into a night world. So we're kind of always liking to see companies behind the scenes and their stories, so it is very nice to kind of learn about Funwhole.
Yeah, the first bags that we've got here, just looking at the parts, they're obviously very similar to Lego parts, other than not having the logo on each stud. But otherwise, the sizing and the colors look great and very similar. And I was just trying a couple parts. One thing that non-Lego brands often struggle with is the clutch power, or how the bricks are held together. So this one looks really good off the start. So just trying a couple of these pieces, definitely very similar to Lego's quality.
We're going to start with Bag F. Bag F contains two things. It contains the minifigure, who has a whole background story that we're going to get into a little later as we learn the lore and sort of where this all comes from. And there's some special bricks. So there's parts that we're going to be using throughout the build that we'll have kind of on the side and see how they fit in as we go.
So definitely one of the first differences we notice is, just as we're building this minifigure, is it's clearly a different shape from Legos, and it doesn't come assembled. So just having to put these arms in, the hands in, different shape, but the printing does look pretty good. So the printing's definitely very nice, good quality, nice print. So here's a look at our minifigure that they've named Alan. So you can see he's got the legs that move, they've got the arms, and he's got a hat. And what's interesting is they actually use flesh tones instead of what Lego uses as the yellow minifigure heads. So kind of different, but cool to see. And yeah, that's Alan.
So Alan is the figure in the small town with superb skills in tools and machinery, turns wood into exquisite furniture. He provides on-site woodwork services for the residents of the town. We will get into the lore of his van as we build the van.
Okay.
The next step is to start building the van. We're going to open up bags 1 and 2 that we have here, and we will begin on that. Or sorry, not bags 1 and 2, bags F and 1. So I think we have that in front of us. We also have our electrical parts here.
Okay guys, we've got the first bags built, and honestly, first thoughts are really impressed. The build quality, the part quality, everything is great. And really what's neat is, like, we have some light kits from third-party suppliers for our Lego sets, while this one, the light kit comes with the set, so they've actually thought of that throughout the build process, and a lot of the parts are actually made to fit the cables. So like these little plate pieces are actually grooved to allow the cable to sneak under and not, you know, kind of distort the bricks and whatnot. So that's really cool, and again, like, really detailed build, very strong, very sturdy.
And here we have an example of one of these printed pieces. So it looks really cool. It looks like there's kind of a little list. It looks like a skateboard, a rowboat, some furniture. So nice to see. Always good to have printed pieces.
Okay, here we go with some of the first glimpses of the tools. So this is kind of the Alan's workshop area. A lot of these tools you'll find very familiar, but they're definitely very detailed and very realistic. So the wrenches, the socket wrench, the pliers, everything that we have in here, the oil can, look really good. So the screwdriver as well. And they're this nice kind of metallic color. So awesome looking set of tools, and you get a lot of them. So I would think he's kind of got every tool under the sun, so he can build whatever comes to mind. So just finishing up bag 3 here, and wanted to take a look at some of the printed parts. So they look great. Here we get 2x6 printed tiles, and it has Alan's Carpentry Services, the name of the company. They do furniture repair, pergolas, decks as well, and a nice little icon there. What's really cool about this is there's actually printed tiles on the back as well. This looks to be a house blueprint, and this one's actually a carpenter's license. So these guys are fully permitted, insured, and he's the guy for the job.
We finished that bag, and you can see the shape is really coming. You got the door on the side here. You get this beautiful detailed interior that is fully tiled, and really nice exterior. The ladder, the doors, I love how it looks. I love that you get all these play features, and I think we're really going to be able to utilize a lot of this in our photos. Here we have Alan and his tools. He has a planer here behind him, a sort of portable toolkit, then another toolbox with a drop-down saw, some pieces of lumber, and himself, which you could see is a beautifully printed torso piece, a lot of detail, front and back prints, and overall a lot of playability in addition to the van, which is really nice to have sort of these parts that you could take off and utilize on the side. Overall, this is a beautiful set. We love how it looks, we love the theme, we love the ability to have the lights work. Something we didn't mention earlier is you can actually make it work with a power bank or with the little battery sort of plastic that comes with it. You could plug it into there and have it more portable, or use your own charger. There's a USB provided. Super cool. This does make a perfect gift. It is, like we said, a little bit more of a detailed build, intricate even, so you end up with something for the ages 12 plus, even all the way up to adult. And what you do have is beautifully printed pieces. You get all of the details that you see here that we went through, the doors, the tools, in their super detailed fashion. And what's really neat is that this is a theme. There's other themes in this farm life series. There's a tractor, a farm store, and some other things as well. They do make other products in their lineup, including here that you see a campground, a lakeside lodge, hunting cabin, just to name a few here. They do make some other themes as well. There's steampunk and other things like that. So a good amount of different themes that Funwhole makes, and this is really a great competitor to Lego even. The theme itself is something that we've not seen as far as a carpentry van goes. The parts were easy to follow, the instructions were easy to follow, the build itself was very Lego-esque, and we think that it definitely stood up to our expectations.
Here's a look of the LAN lit up. In our case, again, we've used a power bank. Really convenient that you can plug it in directly into a portable charger or one of those USB phone charger boxes. Or if you do have the little batteries, you can also use those instead. So we do like that optionality. And the lights are really bright. So we're filming this during the daytime, but even now you can see these lights are shining. There's some on the front of the van. There's some inside. And if we open it from the back here, you can see they've got some lights there as well. So really, really well lit, really cool feature. And if you use the battery version, you can actually tuck it in underneath the van, so you can have the van lit up while you're moving it around as well, which is nice. So awesome looking lights. And now we're going to compare it to some other similar vans and vehicles. Here we've got the Carpentry van next to a couple of our other vehicles that we have in our collection. So we've got the retro food truck, the moving van, this kind of penguin slushy food truck as well. And you can see it looks right on par. The size is very relatable. The width of the van is also in line with other Lego vehicles. So if you were to add it to a city that you have, it would work great. And the detail of the build is really spot on, so definitely does not fall short in the quality of the build or the look. And the part colors are also very consistent with these other vehicles, which is always nice. One thing that we've seen in the past is there could be some discoloration of parts. We don't get that at all here. It looks perfect everywhere. So really cool to see it next to a couple other vehicles. And like we said, we think it would tie in great with any city that you have. So we're going to take some shots of it with some of the modular buildings that we have, just to give you a feel of how it looks in a city environment.
As we know, Alan is a small town carpenter, and here we have him working on this A-frame. Maybe he helped construct it even. And inside the van, we do know that there are some blueprints that are actually related to this set. So that's kind of cool to know. Now, it does fit in perfectly. You can see the color of the van, the color of the house. It just ties in so nicely, and it really does look the part when it comes to something like trying to add to your existing Lego collection or just trying to build a collection. This is a great piece that kind of gives us some variety, because we've not seen sort of a handyman type of setup. We've seen more like construction workers and heavy industry. So it is kind of neat to get that small town feeling of a figure kind of working away. And as promised, the van has its own lore and backstory. It was converted from a bread van, and it's filled with Alan's tools from a planer, saw, and everything you have inside. So it's always cool to get a little backstory on something like that. Whether you're a fan of Lego, a fan of carpentry, or you just like building things, we think this is a great set to pick up. It looks beautiful on a shelf, it was a fun build, and we highly recommend it. So make sure to check out the Carpentry van by Funwhole, And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, more photos on Instagram, and until next time.